Hello there, adventurers, and welcome to Wally DM. Today we're going to take a look at 5 ideas that you could use for one-shot adventures or quests in your ongoing campaign. Now, these are ideas that were submitted by you, the subscriber. If you check out the community page on the Wally DM YouTube channel from time to time, I'm going to post ideas for quests or one-shot ideas, and all you have to do is respond, and you have an opportunity to see your name in a future video. Now, today's topic is going to be about rats. I asked the question, what quest or one-shot idea do you have for rats? And here are the top 5 answers. Now, our first idea comes from the Aceman 1100, who writes, a local bard has mind-controlled the rats of a large city with his music. He is now forcing local businesses to pay him to keep rats away. If they don't pay, they become rat-infested. So if we were to use this idea in a one-shot or a game, perhaps the characters all start in a tavern and a swarm of rats chase most of the locals out of the business. The owner gets frustrated and then tells them what's going on. Now this would lead to the characters finding this bard who will eventually become a villain and might even have some ability with music to be able to charm them. So we're going to have a lot of charming going on, and not to mention that we're going to be up to our knees in rats. The next one-shot idea is submitted by Immortal Origins, who writes, a civilization of rat folk are trying to bring the moon down to Earth using some ancient magic or technology, risking world destruction because they believe that the moon is made of cheese. So this idea sounds like a lot of fun. I think we're in for a lot of role-playing moments and a lot of humor. So for a one-shot adventure, count me in. And I believe at the end of this, perhaps the characters find a way to get the rat folks so much cheese that they forget about the moon for a little bit, and then they're able to destroy the device. Or even after that, the rat folk eat so much of that cheese that they presented to them that they don't even like cheese anymore. But they do like it on their tacos, and now all of these rat folks just have an affinity for tacos. Our next idea is courtesy of Colin Bate, who writes, a wizard has been doing experiments on rats in his lab. In an attempt to escape, these rats inadvertently cause one of the experiments to go awry, making the rats bigger and more intelligent. They managed to overpower and kill the wizard, and now they have started capturing humanoids and keeping them in cages for their own experiments. So this sounds like a crazy idea. Now you've got these giant intelligent rats that are keeping humanoids as prisoners. I would probably either have the PCs trying to free all the prisoners and get out of there, maybe trap the rats in a place or find a cure to shrink them back down to size, or perhaps we even just start the adventure as they are already captured and they need to escape. But did they escape, or are the rats just sending them through a maze for their own enjoyment? This is a great idea, and it sounds like a lot of fun for a one-shot adventure. Our next one-shot idea was submitted by DM Zephy, who writes, some sort of fungal spore is infecting the sewers, making any infected creature a part of a hive mind. Since the sewers are primarily filled with small rats, the hive mind is using them to drag bigger creatures, such as humans, inside the sewers to build even larger soldiers for this fungal hive mind and furthering its goals. So this is a classic example of something taking over the minds of an entire town. And in fact, the characters are going to need to find a way to not inhale the spores, and they need to get to the center of this hive mind. They need to destroy whatever's creating these spores, and perhaps there's one entity that's going to serve as the big bad evil guy at the very end that they'll need to fight off. And as they're doing that, an entire hive of rats and charmed townsfolk enter the fray, and we might not even make it out of here. I smell a TPK coming on this one. Now our final idea, this was submitted by Altus Numina, who writes, an old and lonely wizard casts the awaken spell on all 10 of his pet rats. They were his family, but like all families, they were backstabbing and betrayal. After his death, they all fight for the powerful magic item that will give them rule over the rest of their brothers and sisters, and then the town. So we could create an extremely bizarre one-shot with this. Perhaps our characters are called in to be moderators and they have to go to this big mansion, and we could have this entire murder mystery going on. Perhaps a few of the rats are found dead, and every 2 hours or so, another one's found dead. And the characters have to figure out who's killing all the brother and sister rats and what the heck is going on. And if they snoop a little bit too much, then perhaps the rats are going to be onto them and their own lives are going to be in danger. So those are 5 fantastic ideas that focus on rats that you can use for a quest in your campaign or to develop a one-shot. Now, if you'd like to see your name in a future video just like this, be sure that you watch the community tab, and I will post more ideas out there for you to comment on. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and on to the next.